Hey everyone, it's Zach, and today, really earlier today, about 12 hours, give or take, new information, the last big trailer for Scarlet and Violet came out, and honestly, I would show the video and react to it, but one, I've already seen it, two, it has a copyrighted song on it, so one of the advantages of responding late to these trailer announcements, because I'm at work, is that more information comes out through the website throughout the day that will give us a little bit more. In the trailer, we see a lot of new stuff, but most of it is in small passing bits, and the video that you're seeing playing is not really talking that much about it, more just showing brief previews of it, so the website has more information. So we're going to jump into the website and see what was newly announced in this trailer. If you guys enjoyed this content, do not forget to like and subscribe, and let's jump into it. Alright, now that we talked a little bit about the trailer, we are on the Scarlet and Violet Pokemon page, where you get a lot of the information that was just glanced over in the video. So this is really the place you want to be. The first thing I want to talk about is that in-game Rotom phone cases with play records from past Pokemon games. So if you have save data for Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, you'll get this Pikachu and Eevee case. If you have data for Sword and Shield, you will get the Ball Guy case, which is pretty cool. You will get the Poke-Etch case for BDSP save data, and then for Pokemon Legends Arceus, you will get the Arceus phone case, which I want to say out of these four, the Rotom case, the Arceus phone case is the best. But this also tells me that if they are offering cases for download data, there's also going to be cases that are for everyone else, for first time users of Pokemon games on the Switch. So that is exciting that there is just another little level of customization, especially because the player characters outside of their school uniforms and different types of school uniforms, we're not getting that much customization from what it seems so far in the form of casual clothes. But with these cases, you will have some form of customization, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see other phone cases that are tied to some form of achievement. I would have to say that we will probably see a shiny Rotom phone case for getting a certain amount of shiny Pokemon, because that is something that the Rotom phone actually keeps track of now. And you will be able to redeem these cases in Mesagoza's Central Plaza, where it takes about 2 hours of playtime. So it will be this person right here that will give you the phone cases. I'm glad they're telling you it right off the bat. Next up is Pokemon Home compatibility. So it's going to come out with battle data in early 2023, which we expect that it'll probably be out around January, just in time for competitive VGC for Scarlet and Violet to start up. And this is going to be really important because, as you can see here, you can view the battle data for each kind of series, whether it is single battles or double battles, and then for each season. So you get to see with some data how the meta game is evolving. And this is going to help you build teams and build coverage for what you need to prepare for, what is being seen on the ladder, outside of your experience of your play on the ladder. Down here, we see a breakdown of the Pokemon details, which I think is really important here. There are 6 categories that they are going to give us data on. So think of things like Pikalytics. This is going to basically be an official form of Pikalytics for things that you see on the ladder. So that is really important for building a team and making sure that you have the right coverage and you're prepared for the right things. So as you can see right here, it has it highlighted with the ability capsule. It's telling you what abilities it carries, and this is usually something that you would see on Pikalytics, where Sandstream is 99.8% and then Unnerve is 0.2. So once you can deduct from that Unnerve is usually either a mistake or a really niche team building choice. But there's 6 options here, and I want to say that the Pokeball is probably partner Pokemon, so which Pokemon do you see Tyranitar next to or with commonly. The TM disc is probably the moves. What moves do you see on Tyranitar at what percentages? This can definitely help you with calc spreads and making sure that you have your spreads covered. The ability is, as I discussed, we see the nature hit here, so you'll probably be able to see what kind of nature that is usually ran. The berry is, I would have to say, item. What item do you see commonly on this Pokemon? And the last one is the terrestrialization symbol. So this is going to be really important for studying the metagame and how it's going to develop. And that's to know what common Terra types do these Pokemon have. So this is something that you could look at if you want to plan something that is niche or something that might catch your opponent off guard, or this can help you prepare for making predictions. Knowing what Terra type is most likely on the Pokemon is going to help you make better choices in the moment of play. So this could be really important. This could be really good information. That being said, we would still get the EV spread from Showdown from Pikalytics, but this is going to be a official version as well that you're going to see for the ranked laddering system. And I think this is really good because it gives us a way to check out stats on Showdown with the usage and the items and the abilities and all that good stuff. And then it also gives you an official form for the ranked laddering. So the only thing we're missing on here is the EV spreads, and I don't think that we would ever get that from the Pokemon Company directly. Next up is the Terra Raid battles. Just like how Dynamax had raid dens that were promoted on certain events in certain weeks, and they would come in certain phases. For example, Gmax Snorlax could only be caught during certain times, I believe, at the beginning of the game. But the first one is going to be Eevee. Eevee is going to be the first big weekend of the game being out. So that event is going to be Eevee, and Eevee carrying lots of different Terra types. So you're probably going to want to do a lot of those to get decent Eevees and Eevees with different Terra types. And then when in December, right before Christmas and the beginning of Christmas, we are going to have a Dragon Terra Charizard. Now, this gives us 2 pieces of information. One, that Terra Pokemon can have marks. This Charizard is going to have the mightiest mark, so catching this Charizard and having it in your party will give you a special mark. I feel like they're going to do this a lot because marks were kind of a big deal for a lot of players, and to bring that into the Terra Raid battles will make it more appealing for those collectors. And 2, we got a look in the trailer, and we get a look here of the Dragon Terrestrialization crown hat. Let's go with hat. And this is the first time we're seeing this. This is the newest one we've seen since they revealed Ghost about 2-3 trailers ago. So that's pretty cool. And Charizard's in the game. Are you surprised? Because I'm not. So these are going to be special timed events. So be prepared to, be in your Discord groups, be on Twitter, and be on the lookout for people who are hosting these. They're going to be very frequent, and I wonder who's going to get a shiny one. I will note that you do need Nintendo Switch Online to do these Terra Raid events with friends, and this says that it was caught in a 7-star Terra Raid battle, so they go up to 7 stars now, where previously in Sword and Shield it was 5. That is going to hopefully mean that they're a little more challenging, and if they are a little more challenging, you are definitely going to need friends and not AI helping you out. So if you do not have a group of friends near you and you do not have Nintendo Switch Online, you might be hard pressed to get this. Next up, and probably what is the biggest and most important part of this trailer that we've seen, is the news of the Scarlet and Violet books. Now, the Scarlet and Violet books will be exclusive to their versions. Scarlet book will be in Scarlet book, Violet book will be in Violet book, but it is something that is carried by Arvin during the Herb Amiska part of the quest, and I feel like this is making sure that you complete all of the parts of the story. As you know, that the story is going to be broken up into 3 parts. There's the gym challenge, there's the Herba Mystica, and then there is the Team Stars event. Stars, right? Team Stars events where you take down their boss areas. So this is an incentive to do the Herba Mystica challenge. And here, the big deal with this is that we see past and future forms of Donphan. Now, these forms were very, very slightly teased in the trailer, but on the website you get to see the screenshots without having to pause, and you get to see the shots of the books, of the Pokemon featured in the books, which give you just a little more hindsight on what these Pokemon look like. You can obviously tell that they are both altered forms of Donphan, and there is the past one, which is the monster known as Great Tusk, and then there's the future one, which is the monster known as Iron Treads. So these are going to be exclusive to their region. The Great Tusk is going to come in the Scarlet book, the past version, and Iron Treads is going to come in the Violet book or the future version, you know? So here I did find better pictures of the books, and these are supposed to be sketches. So these Pokemon have been seen before in the Paldea region. It's just going to be region exclusives, and we don't know how they tie into the story so far. I'm excited to find that out. Here is the Great Tusk, which is the past version in Scarlet, and Iron Treads, the future version in Pokemon Violet. So here is my thought on these. I think that this is going to be post-game, late game content, but you might not see these books until after you beat the gym leaders, or they're at the very end of the Herba Mystica trials that are going on in the story. And I think these Pokemon are going to be treated like Ultra Beasts, in all honesty. So Ultra Beasts were brought up in Pokemon Sun and Moon, and through Ultra Wormholes you were able to go out and catch multiple of them. I think you will probably need to do that to get good ones, and who knows if you're able to catch multiple throughout the same playthrough, or who knows if you're going to be able to breed them. Because they're past and future forms, I think they're going to be treated sort of like Ultra Beast. I don't think they're going to be breedable. I think you're going to be limited on the amount that you can get, and you're going to have to use nature mints and bottle caps to get the stats that you want. So we definitely need to see what kind of stats they have, because if one of them is more Trick Room oriented, you're going to want to get a lower speed IV, which you need to know in advance if you can only get one of them, unless you are planning to play your save file, go through a save file more than once. But yeah, I'm so excited to see more of these. They look so cool. I like how it's a new spin on a Pokemon, and it's giving us 2 different sides of the timeline, in all honesty. And I think that's just really interesting, and I'm so excited to find out more about it and to see which Pokemon have forms like this as well. And I wonder if they're all going to have past and future forms. But yeah, that is it. I'm really excited for this game, especially after seeing these Donphan forms. I think they are awesome. I think a lot of people agree with that as well. How do you think they're going to be treated in the game? Are they going to be breedable? Are you going to be able to catch multiples of them? Or do you think they're going to be treated like Ultra Beasts and kind of pseudo legendaries? Let me know in the comments down below. If you made it this far in the video, do not forget to like and subscribe. We're working our way up to 1,000 subs. But either way, if you made it this far in the video, I do appreciate you. Until next time, I'm Zach. We'll see everyone later.